I'ma make these suckers recognize I ain't playing. Oh, if you violate off the top, trick, you gotta go. Come on, man.
I know all the lyrics.
Before you hit that button, man, please do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button right at the bottom, man. This film came out at the height of our high school years, and boy, did we love this film. Okay, starring Terrence Howard, Taraji P. Henson, Anthony Anderson, DJ Quells. It's directed by Craig Brewer.
This was one of my favorite movies growing up. One thing that popped out to me instantly, first 2 shots in the movie, boom, boom. You're like, oh, this is kind of an artsy-fartsy type of film.
See, mine ain't like it, dog.
Like, and that stuff went right over my head when I was a kid. I did not realize how contemplative a movie this was on the character DJ.
This is basically a story, man, of a pimp, man. He's a hustler, man. And all he want to do is be better than what he is, man, at this time in his life, man.
And he's not a fun pimp. He is a dirty, nasty, musty, sweaty, mean pimp. He has no patience for any of his girls.
That's my gut saying her to fuck up, okay?
He is a ball of rage, and he is getting old. And he is realizing that he's the same age as his dad was when he died. And so he's looking around at his world. One of his girls is pregnant, so she can't work. The other girl is annoying because it's hot and she just wants AC.
She just sniff out the air conditioning unit like an old bloodhound.
Hey, man, respect my house.
And another girl, she works at a strip club. She got all kind of attitude. She got a baby at home that's crying. And he's like, yo, is this it? Is this my life? Am I done? This is all I was put on earth to do? And he's like, you know what? No. I will not accept this as my life. Right. And when the local bartender, with which he's friends with, tells him that an old schoolmate of his, Skinny Black, was going to come in town, he's returning to North Memphis, DJ hatches a plan.
Come on, Skinny Black. Skinny Black. Yeah, I know who Skinny is, man. I know Skinny from way back in the day.
He's like, you know what? Me and Skinny used to be friends back in the day. I'm gonna see if I can't use Skinny to get out of my condition.
You know, back in the day, you wouldn't even catch me in this Bentley right here. You catch me in a Crown Vic.
A character more or less characterizes DJ. He says, some people talk the talk, some people walk the walk. And the people that talk the talk, they don't walk because they talk people into walking for them.
Walking for them.
Right. The 2 types of people. Those that talk the talk, and those that walk the walk. People who walk the walk, they sometimes talk the talk, but most of the time they don't talk at all because they're walking. Now people who talk the talk, when it come time for them to walk, you wanna know what they do?
What's that?
They talk people like me into walking for them.
And that's what DJ is trying to do. He's like, I can pimp these girls, so I'm a pimp Skinny Black, and I'm gonna get myself out of my station. And again, throughout the whole movie, this is a dirty, nasty pimp. He's very difficult to root for, very difficult to like, and yet he's very human. He goes to a church and he listens to a choir, and he's moved to tears. The face he made when he cried, it was like, it looked and it felt very genuine. You're like, I see why he was nominated for an Oscar for this role. Because I was like, whoa, look at that face he's making. It's very subtle, you know? And so one of the cool things about the movie is, you know from the jump that DJ is out to hustle Skinny Black. And you're like, well, you know, he probably can't rap or nothing. You know, whatever he's about to make is about to sound like ass. So, you know, I don't know how he's going to do this.
Yeah, Keys is like, yeah, that's it right there. Say whoop like a chant. Whoop that trick. Say, get him. Whoop. Get him. Come on, man, find that shit.
Whoop that trick. Get him. Whoop that trick. Boom, boom.
Shall find it, man. Find it.
But then the music starts, and you're like, DJ, I think you're actually freaking good at this.
Speed it up. Speed it up. There you go. I like that clap. Woo! Not bad to be light-skinned, huh?
You're like, holy shit, he's actually doing it. And that surprise that the music is actually good, the music is actually real, it really propels the film. And it also helps define what both blues is and what hip hop is.
Whoop that shit, go! I'm gonna make these suckers recognize I ain't playing ho. If you violate off the top trick, you gotta go out of hell in a lot of shit. And I'm about to flip. Now I think it's time to show you bitches who you fucking with.
At its purest, at its core, it's about people in a really desperate situation expressing their pain and their agony through music. And because DJ is like this ball of anger, this ball of fury, this essentially he's a man like built out of violence and hate, it actually translates incredibly well to hip hop. What's really funny about that song is, you know, Whoop That Trick is the edited version of that song. When he first pitched the song was called Stomp That Hoe. And you're like, DJ, no. And all the characters are like, we can't have a song called Stomp That Hoe. Can you?
We're trying to get on the radio.
Yeah, can you think of something else to say, you know? And he's like, I don't know. Beat that bitch. DJ, no.
It's just that we want radio play, right? And man, you got a song called Beat That Bitch. They might hear that and think that's the grade.
If you were to say something different other than beat that bitch, what would you say?
I don't know. Shit. Stuff like, stomp that hoe.
When he's rapping, he turns into like this whole nother person.
Yeah, ain't no, you fucking with a street nigga. From the gutter, pimp, / drug dealer.
The music is actually written a little bit as a joke, right? And yet the music is so good that it actually became like a real song that played on the radio, and you can still hear it in clubs today.
It played on the radio back then.
Okay. It's a joke song rapped by an actor playing a character, and yet it's done so convincingly that it literally goes on the radio. And the people who made the song literally win awards for it. Like it's crazy. Like what?
By the way, this music is written by 3-6 Mafia. Okay,
of course.
Dipping on some scissor, dipping on some scissor.
Academy Award winners.
Boy, they actually did win that.
They did.
But
the music is actually genuinely good.
The Oscar goes to. It's hard out here for a Pimp. Oh my God! Jordan Houston, Cedric Coleman, and Paul Bogart. It's hard out for.
And not just that, Terrence Howard actually trained to be a rapper,
right,
for this film, because he's like a country type of blues singer with a guitar and stuff, and then he'd get up in there, this is my life and this is battle within, I'm trying to survive.
Even if I'm sinning to win, and if I show no remorse, I reap the devil's reward. He said he give me riches, but I'm looking for more.
Come on now.
Exactly. There's another moment in the film where Terrence DJ, he feels frustrated and he's mad, and he finds himself confiding in the girl that's pregnant. He's like, man, my dad died, and this just can't be it. He says a phrase, it's not over for me, which later becomes one of the lines in one of the songs, you know?
That shit just been fucking with my mind, you know? Got me feeling like this is it for me.
Tarash B. Henson, who plays the girl who is pregnant, she's like, yeah, you know, sometimes I dream about giving birth to a dog and, you know, breastfeeding a catfish. And then DJ's like, wait a minute, am I actually being sensitive with you?
sometimes I just get so scared.
He caught himself in a moment of weakness, right? Or vulnerability, and he's like, no. And the only time he is able to express himself and be vulnerable is through music. It's got a lot to say about toxic masculinity. Oh my God, because DJ is the most toxic human on the planet, you know?
Yes.
But part of that is that DJ can't express himself. Even when it's truly safe for him to do so, he will not allow himself to express himself in a healthy way, except through music. Any other time he expresses himself is through punching somebody, it's through shooting somebody, it's through fighting somebody, arguing with somebody, you know, trying to hustle somebody. But like healthy expression, he feels like he's not allowed to do that except through music. And again, I think that's also another interesting tentpole of like hip hop, where a lot of these damaged men feel like they're free to be themselves here.
Hip hop is about that vibrato and that, you know, I'm the best around and all that, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you can tell like with the exchange that he had with the dude who was trying to come up there and sell him the keyboard. Come on, fuck with me, DJ. Come on, fuck with me, DJ. Right. And he's like, shut the fuck up, man. You steal this from a kid or something, man?
He's like, no, I played this myself. And DJ's like, sure you did. Okay.
Yeah. And then of course the girls, boom, Stevie Wonder. Yeah. We hungry.
Hey, Stevie Wonder. We hungry.
The girl who's like, we hungry. She is pain the whole movie in DJ's butt, you know, just a complete pain. And DJ, you would think a normal, decent person would sit down and have a conversation with her. He's like, no. he takes all her clothes, throw them outside, takes the baby, picks the baby up, puts the baby on the porch and closes the door. Boom. It's like, oh my God. He literally put the baby, very physically and literally put the baby on the street and didn't give a damn.
When the fuck do you expect me to go?
You go to hell, all I give a fuck.
I was like, oh my God, he is such a difficult character to root for. And yet, you do. You can kind of relate in a way to what he's going through. And so in my mind, he reminds me a lot of like Tony Soprano, where you know Tony is a monster, a terrible human, and yet you kind of root for him, even though you know you shouldn't, you know.
Hidden in the cut in this film is the people who wrote the song.
Exactly.
DJ
They all
Paul,
have
Juicy
cameos.
J, they up in there, man.
Yeah, they all have cameos. I think the actual rapper who actually rapped that Terrence Howard was copying was a rapper named Al Capone. I'm not sure if he was in the film.
He didn't have a CD player, put it on a CD, burn it on CD, stuff like that. So they made it on tapes, right?
Right. So it's as ghetto and as raw as it could be. Because most people didn't even have a tape player at the time. They're like, what am I supposed to do with this tape? You know?
Exactly. And, you know, Skinny Black comes into town, played by Luda.
Right. And who actually does a great performance. He's great.
He does a great performance in this film. And he don't know who DJ is.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Is it? Could it be the one, the goddamn only?
Get it. Is that you?
He's like, I don't remember you, but then, you know, as slick as DJ is, he's you know, he gets into his mind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then he was like, what happened to you, man?
Hey, Skinny. What the fuck happened to you, man? Huh?
Because Skinny Black is now a big time rapper, and he's just coming back to visit North Memphis. But one of the first things Skinny Black says is, the best place to keep Memphis is in my rear view, you know?
Best place to keep Memphis is in my rear view, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Whoever the fuck you is, you know what I'm saying? Who the fuck your ass is?
Hey, man, what's up with your boy, man?
And so you can tell that Skinny Black has lost touch with that rawness, that thing that DJ just has naturally, you know? And this is where we realize that the whole movie is actually a hustle, right? The premise of the film is that DJ knows Skinny Black, and he's gonna use his relationship with Skinny Black to get out of Memphis. Yeah. And at the end, the truth comes out, And it's that DJ does not know Skinny Black. He's never met Skinny Black.
I think you know my man DJ.
Man, I don't know this nigga, man.
He has not only been hustling everyone around him, but he's been hustling you, the viewer, because he never knew Skinny Black. Once he gets exposed for not having known him, DJ has to make a decision. Do you fess up or do you turn on the charm? And DJ's like, you know what? I'm gonna pimp this motherfucker, man. And so he pimps him out. And like you said, he puts that word in his ear. And he like he makes him hear exactly what he wants to hear. And he makes Skinny Black remember him from back in the day, you know.
Where he came from.
Yeah, exactly.
A nigga wanna know about me, wanna know about Memphis. All they gotta do is find your first underground tape.
You know, I cut that shit in my own mama's laundry room, man. Boy, it was raw as hell, but I put everything I had into that shit, man.
Yeah, but see, to me, that was a sign of your genius, you know?
And I thought that was really great, because they actually seeded that earlier.
I'll put you in some new shoes tomorrow, man, and you gonna feel like you are in charge.
I know when you're messing with my head, because I let you. But right now, just don't.
And then later with Skinny Black, he's like getting in Skinny Black's head, you know. He's like he's putting on the razzle dazzle, the thing that, you know, one of his girls can see right through, but Skinny Black, he can't. So Skinny Black getting his ass pimped out right at the end of the movie.
He's like, man, he gives him the tape, and he's like, everybody has to have a dream.
Oh yeah. He's like, this is my heart and soul. This is my blood pumping through this tape right here, man.
I got this thing right here. My motherfucking heart beats in this thing, man.
Fuck I'm gonna do with a cassette tape, man.
That's my blood pumping through this shit, man.
And at that moment, you're like, he did it. He did it.
He did it.
This nasty pimp not only made a good album, but he got it into Skinny Black's hands. He did it.
And then he's like, all right, man, I'm about to go take a piss, be out of here. And then he goes in the bathroom, Skinny Black all, you know, drunk and stuff. And he's like, let me help you up, man. He looks in the toilet, sees the tape, all messed up in the toilet. Yep. And when he said to him, he said,
tell me you dropped this shit, man.
Tell me you dropped this shit, man.
Skinny. Hey, bitch. You tell me this shit fell out your pocket, man.
Tell me that you dropped this, man. You know what you can do? What can I do, man? You can suck, man.
Hey, bitch, why don't you suck on this shit, motherfucker?
And he starts just whooping his ass.
Yeah, and
whooping that trick.
He starts stomping that hoe. He reverts back to the true DJ. All the slick stuff falls off, and that monster man in the core shows his face, and you're like, don't forget who you're rooting for. This is the guy who will beat a drunk person half to death. And you're just like, oh my God, DJ, no.
And then he realizes it. He's like,
he's like, I did the thing. I'm trying to be better at this. And then someone else comes in, they pull a gun, DJ just starts blasting. Blah, 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 blah.
Yo, Skip. What the
Bad things happen to a bad character, which you shouldn't feel bad about. And yet you do. You're like, no, DJ, no. You're supposed to be better than yourself. You're supposed to be more than this. But he's not. At the end of the day, he's a monster. He's always been a monster. Down to his core, down to his fiber. And you are rooting for a villain the entire time. And I like that little switcheroo.
Some of the best stories, man.
Oh, that's so much fun, man. That is so much fun. DJ goes to jail just like he's supposed to.
But when he's getting arrested, he's talking to the white girl in there, and he's like, "You my partner. You my partner. Say I'm in control.
I'm in charge.
I'm in charge. Yeah, I'm in charge." She said, "I'm in charge. I'm in charge. I'm in charge."
I want to hear my shit in the yard. You hear me? You in charge. I want to hear you say that. Say it.
I'm in charge.
You my partner.
I know.
Say I'm in charge.
I'm in charge.
So she is literally in charge. She actually took all those tapes and went to every disc jockey in there and did stuff to get them to play this while he's in jail. His song becomes one of the biggest songs on the radio.
Right.
Walk that trick, get him. 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 Walk that trick, get him.
And in the hilarious part, he's in jail.
5-0 and Block C.
Two cops. 5-0. They call me Big 5-0.
Block C.
Hey man, take our tape and let me know what you think of it.
Right. So DJ is now in the skinny black position. You know, someone trying to use him to, you know, rise above their station. And DJ's like, yeah, I'm the man now.
And he's like, you know what they say? Everybody has a dream.
Yeah.
Everybody gotta have a dream.
You know it's hard.
It was hard out here for a pimp.
Yeah, no, Nick. Oh man. So as you guys can tell, this movie is in our hearts. It's in our blood. Okay.
But it's not in there for nostalgic reasons. It's in there because it's actually a genuinely good film, and I'm so relieved. Strangely, without this movie, the MCU would not look the way it did. Because of this film, Terrence Howard was the hottest actor ever, right? And everyone was just raving about this performance. And Marvel's like, well, we're going to start a whole new thing, you know, with Iron Man. Hopefully we can spring this off into, you know, multiple franchise thing. We need to hire the best actor possible. And literally the first and most highest paid actor in the MCU was Terrence Howard. He got paid more to play Rhodey than Robert Downey Jr. did to play Iron Man. But this movie is truly awesome. Not only is it the acting that makes this movie great, it's the portrayal of hip hop that I like a lot. For me, this is one of the best movies I can think of off the top of my head that really expresses clearly what hip hop is.
Heavy percussion, repetitive hooks, sexually suggestive lyrics, man. It's all blues, brother. It's all about pain and making music, man, with simple tools, by any means necessary. You got to get what you got to say out, because you got to. Every man has the right, the goddamn right, to contribute a verse.
As Tupac always says, you know, what does he say? Like the Rose from Concrete type thing?
Rose from Concrete, yeah.
Yeah, so I love that so much. I love this movie's idea of music. I like the actual music in here. I like the actual story in here. I like the characters in here. This movie is killer.
Terrence Howard's acting, the soundtrack, everything about this film. I'm just going to go ahead and give this film an A.
Yeah, that's what I'm giving it, an A. Craig Brewer showed a lot of promise back then, man. I was like, holy crap, this guy is like, this guy's incredible. And his follow-up to this, Black Snake Moan, I actually also like a lot as well. But Craig Brewer kind of more settled into TV. And some people, they think, oh, Empire is kind of the spiritual successor of Hustle and Flow, because not only does Craig Brewer direct a lot of episodes of Empire, but obviously it stars Taraji P. Henderson and it stars Terrence Howard. So some people think that it's like a spiritual successor to Hustle and Flow. I would like to see what happens to DJ in particular. I want to know where this terrible, awful, and yet somehow likable character ends up.
So do you recommend this film? I don't think the guy has to ask you, do you recommend this film?
Absolutely. Much to my surprise, genuinely good film.
I totally recommend this film for all those things that he said. The beats in this thing is amazing. The character study in this of who he is, where he comes from, and you know, no matter what he gonna do, he gonna get out of this. He gotta survive, you know. So
it's a matter of will.
But more importantly, do you recommend this film? Get in the comments and let us know what you thought about this awesome film.
If I can pimp $20 hoes out the back of this fucked up Chevy, I can pimp Skinny.
Keep hustling.
It ain't over for me. No, it ain't over for me.
Keep going.
I'ma step my game up and get what's coming to me.
Hey, thank you so much for clicking on this video. We really do appreciate you guys. If you can do us a favor real quick, before you get up and go get those Cheetos for some reason, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right at the bottom, all right? And if you did like this rating and review for this film, please hit that thumbs up. It really does help out the channel. Or you get the thumbs down, whichever you choose. It is your opinion. Just remember one thing, it's mostly wrong, man.
You know it's hard out here for a pimp.
One of the best songs.
Great song.